Hey, listen, whoever's here, you're here, right? Thanks for coming through. Listen, as you come through, don't forget to hit the like button. It's free, it's an easy way to support the channel. I do appreciate y'all, and I love y'all for being here and hanging out with me almost every night. I'm glad you're here. Listen, we're going to talk Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm going to do this thing in 60 minutes, okay, guys? We're going to do an hour with this thing. We're going to be in and out. And maybe we'll be even less because you know what? This particular episode, it didn't have much going on. You said Kimmi. Kimmi is a snake. No need to mention Mark, but to get him on the show. Mel did not mention him at all, but she did the do for Carlos to add mess for Mel again. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Only the Scots talked about him there. I got you. Okay, I'm following you. I understand why you pissed at Kimmi and said she's a snake. That was planned. And the only reason why the Scots were cordial so they can get Mark on the show. Maurice mentioned it started at the reunion. It did, but did he mention it first at the reunion? I can't remember now. Miss Van is not telling her sexual business to anyone. Listen, I ain't mad at her for that, right? Kimmi is in the all right, y'all. So y'all saying I messed up with that title, huh? Kimmi is in the voice of reason. She's she's Tisha 2.0 bone carrier. She throws rocks and hides her hands. All right, so Kimmi is messy boots. Okay. Good evening. Oh, hey, Black Panthers. Thanks for coming through. And even though you don't watch the show, I do appreciate it. Listen, guys, I see y'all. Thanks for being here. Dee, I need to tell you how to turn on subscribers mode. Oh, yes, you do. Come on, Sebastian. You know you my educator. You have to tell me. Hey, Sheila, thanks for being here. So especially Sebastian, when those bots come in, we definitely need that so that you know they can't get in. Really, guys, I like Kimmi. I know, right? But they're telling me they was like, Diva, you got that title all kind of wrong. I'm gonna tell you why I thought she was the voice of reason when we get to the part where they all went and had the dinner. But first, let's talk about Stormy. See, you know what? Just when I wanna, give Stormy her props, she goes back shady on me again. And so the only thing I'm going to give to Stormy is this. That girl is one heck of a businesswoman. Okay. So she definitely has the blueprint on how to start your business, how to manifest, how to fight the good fight, how to get your products in, in a in like a major outlets, major stores. And Stormy's been doing this thing for a while, okay? So Stormy is about her money and she knows how to run a business. And that's the part I like about Stormy. And I think that Stormy can be an amazing addition to this show. But where she's messing up is she's messy. There's nothing else to say about it. Why would you spend your money? And I don't even care if you have the money, right? Yes, Stormy has a shady side to her, but she's great at business. Yes, she is. She's amazing at business, and she's super, super shady. So my thing was, why would you spend your money making up with these girls, asking these girls to come have lunch with you, to come meet you, only to when you get with Mel, you pretty much you shading the girls again. and saying, oh, you don't really even want to be their friends. You could care less. You just want to make sure that y'all are cordial when y'all are together. So you buy, what's her name? Destiny, a Gucci bag and some roses. You send flowers to Tiffany, and you gave her a whole basket of hair products, and you asked Tiffany to be in your next commercial. Why the heck would you want somebody to be in your commercial and you don't like them and you don't want to be friends with her? I think it's so messy. Maybe ye should consult with this lady. You know what? I'll digress for 2.2 seconds. He cooked his goose, so to speak, right? It's just, here's the part where I feel bad for him slightly. And it's not even like a whole level, I'm a, lose sleep over it bad. But I feel bad for him in the sense that I do think he's dealing with some type of mental situation. I'll put it to you that way, right? And I probably said it in every one of my videos that I did about him. But he's also extremely arrogant. He really thought he was going to walk up to Skechers and get through the door. And I heard, I don't know how true it is, I heard that the owners of Skechers are Jewish. So you dummy, you're not even doing your homework. Not even doing your homework. You don't even, you can't even tell a pulse of the room. The people that you offended, and the reason why you're in this big mess is because you did some anti-Semitic remarks and comments and rhetoric, and now you want to knock on their door talking about, can you help me? Kanye, go sit down somewhere. You're done. Stormy is a little ghetto for me and too shady. Sebastian, I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to say it. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Super shady. Stormy is nasty too, though, just not as bad as Destiny. You are correct. She sure is. She's a nasty hot mess. Stormy is two-faced. Yes, she is. I thought it was so messy and so shady of her when she got with Mel. She's one person with the girls when they're individual, and then she's a whole nother person when she gets with Mel. And it was, to me, like, why? I'm not inviting somebody to my house that I don't like. That's just me. You're not coming in my face. Hey, Philly in the building. You're not coming in my face and being in my space if I don't even want to have nothing to do with you. And I most certainly, even if I have the money, I'm most certainly not buying you gifts and asking you to be in my commercial for my business, and I don't like you. It just makes no sense to me. I don't like what's happening to Ye. I don't agree with him, but some people have said worse and still have big corporation ties. Sebastian, that's probably what I was trying to get out of my mouth. I think it is overkill, but see, but he brought it on himself, right? He brought it on himself, but it's definitely overkill. There's a ton of people that did way worse than him, and they still have corporational ties. But what are you gonna do? I see, agree, Diva, on both points. Yeah, he just messy. Sorry, not sorry, dummy. Ye. Hey, Sin. I know he messed up big time. Right, Sebastian, don't agree with Ye, but this is all in the plan. Yeah, but it's in he messed up. He messed up big time, and now he has to, kind of own up and face up to, this is the bed he made. He has to lay in it. But it could be a good opportunity, and maybe indirectly God is speaking to him. Stop going to all of these people and do your own thing. Build your own brand. You become Yeezy, the Gucci of Yeezy. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you become the next brand that somebody comes to you instead of you keep going to other people. And then you can say you can't really say what you want, but you can say, you'll be in a better predicament. I'll say that. Like, you won't lose your billionaire status overnight because someone has severed ties with you. Build your own legacy. So yeah. An alien wise person once said, not everything that's on our minds needs to come past our lips. Come on. I love statements like that. Yes, come on. Just because you think it don't mean you have to speak it. Exactly. Someone on Twitter said Sheba Sherez had parted ways with Kanye. Ebony, stop. I cannot right now. I, I can't. Yeah, I think she has alliance with Mel for sure. Who, Stormy? Yeah, but Stormy is messy. So Mel, she came to Mel, right? Because Mel was taking pictures of her products, and Stormy says she don't think she's ever going to be friends with Destiny, and that's when I was like, all right, girl, I'm giving you the side eye again. Um, and she also said the same thing pretty much about Tiffany, and she said, and then Stormy was telling Mel how Destiny told Tiffany that Melody was the one that started the whole melee at Destiny's event, that Melody did a beeline to Miss Wanda. Now listen, Miss Wanda, we all know, I don't care what nobody say, Miss Wanda is messy. Miss Wanda should know better. She's the older one in the group, and she shouldn't be in those streets acting the way she does. So we already spoke about Miss Wanda. We're just gonna move on from her. Let me see what BK's said. I believe this is about Mr. West's investment in Parlor. No money, no investment for Kanye. Kanye's done. He's done. He's done in terms of, getting his money from the traditional ways that he's used to getting it, but he has enough money to recover, reinvent himself, and, do things differently. He needs a publicist. He needs somebody to monitor and do all of his social media for him. And he's going to have somebody else be the face of his business, so to speak, not to trick anybody, but to be the face, because he's just unhinged. He's unhinged. I think what he's getting is just the harvest on what's been sowing for a long time. You are correct. That is true. That is true. This is not overnight. Yeah, this it's just it's messy. It's messy. It's just so messy. All right. I'm too late. Can't wait for North to tell him how stupid he is. North, North and him usually, and I'm not talking about in terms of love, I'm just talking about in terms of like kind of closeness. Usually the oldest child, because they was the first one, because they came first, and sometimes it depends on, how many years is between the oldest and the next child. Usually the oldest one is always really, really close to the parents, because they just came by default. They came first. He has Camille Vasquez as an attorney. She'll know how to help him. Well, is she? I think, but Sebastian, he had already, and his foolish self still thought he was going to go to Sketches and just walk in there and get an appointment. So if she's getting paid, she needs to do a little bit better. But we'll carry on, right? So that's what. So now Tiffany is doing her entrepreneur thing. Listen, I think Tiffany and Lewis, they made rookie mistakes. The rookie mistakes that you make when you go, when you're like on a reality show for the first time, and they're trying to find their way how to recover from that. Because every time we see them on the show, like when they have a scene, Tiffany and Lewis, it's like blah. But you know what? I want them to stay, but they're going to have to like kick it up a notch, or else, they're going to lose their slot, because I think Stormy is trying to get in the building. Trump and Candace Owens will take care of him like they've been doing. How do you think he worked out that politics? Well, that's true. That's true. They will, but you know what though, with Kanye, he's not gonna is breaking his ego that all of this is happening to him, and that his reputation, is kind of really in the gutter, and that no fashion brands that is reputable will even look at him. So they can help him behind the scenes, but he's still hurting right now. He's still hurting right now. Ye's situation is going to cause his children to not be able to live with him on his visits. Yeah. Yeah, it's what it's impacting more than just him, because he has children, right? It's impacting, his kids. All right. So Tiffany's doing this charity thing. She's partnering up with a black owned business with eyeglasses. And I do appreciate that. I like that. I like seeing stuff like that. And then her and Lewis, they have baby talk. Tiffany, Is she ready to bring a baby in this mix? I'm not sure, but I wish those two well. I think they are a really cute couple. I really think that they love each other. But I think they're just having a tough time navigating reality TV. And maybe next season they'll finally turn this thing around. We'll see. But even this season so far, they haven't really been in a whole bunch of scenes. Yeah. Yeah, Mary, I know. They are a snooze fest, but I think they're a snooze fest because they really they really didn't navigate themselves well when they first came on the first season. You know what I mean? Like that whole thing with Kimmi and Maurice's son. It was too much. It was a lot. So they're trying to figure their way out. Question, anybody know what is the force that is that thing, a mega jig in his mouth? Oh, I don't know what's in his mouth. He's crazy. I love that scene with Tiffany and her business partner doing deals for Black people's glasses. More of that, please. Yes, Ebony Nerd. I thought that was a really nice scene. I thought it's a really great initiative. I love seeing it and I love hearing about it. And like I said, Tiffany, I can deal with her for the moments they give us, right? Because they only get about 60 to 160 seconds. They don't get much airtime. So it is what it is with those two. And I wish them luck. Do I really think they're trying to have a baby? I'm kind of I'll be shocked. I think it's definitely a storyline. So I'm not sure if they're really trying to have this baby, but time will tell and we shall see. Now, listen, guys, where are we coming up to? We're coming up to already, right? Pretty much the comeback group. So all the comeback group, the couples are preparing and getting ready to meet up, to go back to have dinner together, to kind of hash things out and talk things out. Now, I will say this. This is what I absolutely do love. I love to see Martel and Melanie getting along. I really, really do. I think that, they have 4 children together. And although I don't think it will ever be a good idea for those two to get back together because Martel still hasn't grown up. He's a Toys R Us kid. I like the scene with the glasses. I just read how a lot of things in the health industry are not designed for Black people. I know it's so you know what? It's like we're in 2022. It's like we came far, but we still haven't. It's like we moved like an inch or something like that. Isn't it so crazy? And listen, these glasses, and I have another pair, and I'm about to get another pair. I constantly feel like I'm taking them back to the shop so that they can adjust it. Cause it's like one day it's fine, and the next day I'm like, why do I feel like it just keeps sliding off my face? But anyway. Yes, he's a Toys R Us kid. Yeah. Or yes, Martel is Peter Pan. Never grew up and likes to still live in Never Land. He's messy. So I just don't think, but I do think this though, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong in this. I do think he really does care about his kids, and at least he's still involved in the kids' life. And at least him and Melanie kind of worked it out where he has the kids sometimes, she has the kids sometimes. So, I'm just glad to see them getting along, so to speak. That's what I'm glad about when it comes to Mel and Martel. Now, Tisa and Marcel, I don't really get this relationship. More power to the both of them, but it's just, I actually, and I would never want to see them break up either, right? But Marcel, he's a wordsmith. He's slick with that mouth. But listen, hey, Tisa is used to it. So what are you gonna do? If she like it, I guess we gotta enjoy it too. Martel was great at the meet. Oh, yes, he was. Yes, he was, Mary. Wasn't he amazing at that meeting? He was likable and funny. I think that you can be, there's some good people that cheat. I mean, I don't know, you could be a good person and a fun person, but you just don't know how to be monogamous. My thing is, if you cannot have just one partner and you want several partners, then don't get married. So that's where the problem comes in. Martel is not or bad. He is not. He is not. I do agree with you on that. He is not. Hey, Diva, I'm here in Jamaica enjoying your show. Oh, hey, Jamaica. Listen, I went there. Actually, I went to Jamaica several times. So the first time I went, it was like with a job that I was at the time. So I was there for like 2 weeks, but it was with the job. So I didn't get to do too much. But I want to say it was the Duns River Falls. I hope I'm saying that right. I went there. And then the next couple of times that I went, I was only there like a day because it was part of a cruise. So you know how when you're cruising, they're like, oh, we're stopping in Jamaica. Like they only stop there for a day and you get to shop and eat, and then you got to get back on a cruise ship. So yes, love Jamaica. Thanks for being in the building. Marcel is a words man. Yeah, he's a wordsmith. He's messy with that. Yep. So listen, guys, don't forget as you come through, hit that like button. It's a great way to help me out. Oh, please come back and visit. Yep, you said it right. That's Ocho Ricos. Yes, yes, yes. Am I saying that right? Ocho Rios. Yes. I had fun. I had a good time there. So anyway, so Mel and Martel, Tisa Marcel, and then Kimmi and Maurice. And yes, Martel was the facilitator. Martel was the one talking. Now, you know what's so funny because they did a throwback and they kind of showed when they had that initial like comeback meeting, and then when I guess like where it all started. And it's so sad to see where it all started to where it is now. But I never forget, we got to call a thing a thing. When it all started, Martel and Melanie, they was a little arrogant because they was kind of the leaders of this comeback group. They were the ones that were kind of a little better off. They were the ones on top. And now here it is, looky, right? And the Scots are pretty doing really well, and it's just not the same. It's not how it used to be. So Martel is pretty much saying that, listen, yes, it's so sad. Martel was pretty much saying, listen, we have a common denominator here that causes most of our problems. And that common denominator is Miss Wanda. And Tisa, she knows her mother. She needs to knock it off. The fact that she pissed me off, like she was just acting as if like, oh my God, not my mother. I don't know what's really going on. Why are you blaming it on her? Are the Scots really doing well? Well, listen. They have the Black Lounge. Don't they have that wine, chocolate, or whatever the alcoholic beverage is? They seem to be doing well. Okay, so I'll change my wording. They seem to be doing pretty well. And this construction company or Scout, I don't really know what it is, and I really would like to see a project that they actually finish. And I also want to see them finish their dream home. Don't they have a home that they're building? Don't wait, isn't Kimmi and Maurice building a home, and isn't Tisa and Marcel building a home? Like, what's going on? You said that lounge be empty. don't do that to them. I don't know what the distance is for me in Huntsville. But I do want to eventually one day go to Candy's restaurant. I do want to go to the old lady game. Just to visit. I can do my road trips over here. This guy's business be sued by Motu. It's being sued? Really? Yikes. Yikes, that's not good. That's bad. So anyway, so Martel is pretty much saying, listen, Ms. Wanda, she's the weak link. She's this person that's causing all these problems. And he said it pretty much all started when she did a live talking about my children's hair. Right? They're all sitting there like, okay. Tisa's like, and then he said, it carried on. Oh, you said don't do it? The old lady game is not good food. Have you been? So he pretty much saying, listen, Wanda is the problem. She talks about the kids, and it all started when she talked about when she talked about what's the name, my kid's hair, and he said, and then it carried on when she went on another live again, questioning the paternity of Sugar Mama. So Tisa wants to play it off like, she's just clueless. I don't know. What did my mother say? What really happened? Sebastian said, Diva, I need you to get you not to get food poisoning. Please don't visit OLG. I'm trying to support Candy. I've been don't like it. Really? Then you know what? I'm not even going to go. So I'll digress for a minute and tell you about Sylvia's in New York. When anybody hears about New York, they always like, oh, I'm going to go to Sylvia's. Sylvia's is no longer owned by Sylvia or anyone in the family. I think it's been a long time now that she has sold the restaurant and sold her name. So way back, I mean, the food was amazing. I'm not saying that it's not good now, but to me, it's not that same authentic feel that it was in the beginning. But Harlem has like a plethora. I mean, it's so many like soulful restaurants and good restaurants out there. You can go to Sylvia's like if you want to be nostalgic, but there's so many others that you can choose from, and you would really have an amazing meal depending upon what you want. And it's all different kinds of spin on the soul food when you go to the city. So but I get it. So then I only go to OLG if I'm out there. But I guess I'm gonna make a special trip. You said, have I seen the reviews? I didn't look, but you know what? I'm not gonna say when I go to a restaurant I don't look at the reviews, but sometimes I still go there and see for myself, unless everybody is saying like, no, don't go. Like, I'm not gonna waste my money like that. But sometimes people, they just get mad because of something that happened, and then they trash the restaurant. And I don't think that's fair. Like, if your food was nasty, then okay, fine. Say your food was nasty. And if the experience of the waiter or the waitress was not good, then say that. But some people, they just trash it to trash it. So I do a mixture of both. I look at reviews, and then I was like, if I really want to take a chance, I'll go. Stay away, and Miss E and Mrs. E, because she has been blocked on other channels for being co-star's mom or family member. So be careful. you know that Okay, so I'm a what, before I move to the next comment, I'm gonna address that. Here's the thing, right? I think the thing that we gotta do, I feel like my glasses are twisted here. That's why I'm trying to fix them. The, you know what the thing is, when we have these different conversations, right? I'm okay with somebody having a different opinion. I'm definitely okay too if someone doesn't agree with my opinion. And although I don't know, I don't necessarily agree and understand with her why she is so passionate about Arion. But I'm okay with letting people have their opinion. But I wonder, so did they just block her because they feel that she was being messy? Like, I don't know. But thank you for that, Jamaica. When I was in Georgia, my daughter informed me not to go to OLG. Okay, if your daughter said don't go, then I guess I ain't going. um, but can I tell you, your channel is new, so you are the only one accommodating her. You know, but can I tell you something? She actually told me that too. She didn't go into details. I'm not like me. I'm just like, whatever. But she did tell me that other channels don't allow her to speak and don't let her on. I've been to OLG. It was okay. It was great seeing the OGs. Also, were they actually there? That's nice. You're supporting her by acknowledging her. Oh, thank you, Black Parents. That's right, y'all. Hit that like button. We went to OLG on Saturday, and we were told at 7 p.m. that they were closed for the rest of the day. Really? So I guess they closed early. I wonder if they did they close because of short staff. Please go to Hunchies for LL. Get the food to Get the food to the homeless. I can't. Sylvia's was good, but it was years ago. Yeah, it was years ago, right? Like it changed. Yeah. So I don't know. You need to go to Vegas and go to Vanderpump Cocktail Garden. I know you don't drink. Then take some of the mocktails. Oh, okay. I will. I love to go to different places like that. So I never liked Philly's, but Manhattan has the best restaurants worldwide. Coming coming when coming when New Yorkers. All right, I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. Well, you're a nurse, so you'll be fine. Don't do that, yo. I can't save myself. So, all right. So, let's get back to this recap right here. So, Martel is trying to be the voice of reason, right? And as they was driving there, Kimmi was like, people can throw jabs. She was talking about Melody, but she didn't say her name. But girl, we know you're talking about Melody. She said people could throw jabs, but they can't take them. Okay, and she said that Mel likes to play with words. Okay, and so here's the thing. Tisa would not own up to the fact that her mother is just mad messy. Okay, she tried to act like her mother was so innocent. She tried to blame a lot of stuff on Melody, saying, listen, you go back and forth with my mother too. And now I see, and here's the reason why I said that Kimmi was the voice of reason. Okay, I didn't get the side dig of what Kimmi was trying to do by bringing Mark up. Yes, Red Rooster is delicious. Yes, it's super yummy in Harlem. So he had a restaurant for it didn't survive after the pandemic. He had a restaurant in Newark, New Jersey. He opened like a restaurant in Newark, New Jersey. That was another one. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was amazing. It was a really good restaurant. But the only thing was it was a bad location because where the restaurant was, there was no parking. So you had to pay to be in a lot just so you can go eat. But the actual restaurant itself was delicious. I can't think of his name right now, that chef that owns Red Rooster. But yes, he opened a place in Newark. It closed down after the pandemic, but he is an amazing cook. So yes, he does make really good food, and Red Rooster is really good. So anyway, to go back to this whole scene, I thought when she brought up Mark, so this is what I didn't like. Marcel was pretty much saying that he don't even want his kids around Miss Wanda. Well, that's their grandmother. And in addition to that, Marcel, you knew when you met Tisa. I highly doubt that Miss Wanda was quiet, innocent, and just not saying a word when he was dating Tisa. So you knew the family you was getting into. And to now have Tisa sit there and you're trying to pretty much tell this chick, don't talk to her own mother. You don't want her mother. You don't want your kids around her mother, and that's the grandmother. Like that's like super messy to me. So he pretty much said, and I think I would have been like, okay, wait a minute, you talking about my mom? We're not about to do this right here. He was like, I don't want my kids around it. I don't want to be around Miss Wanda, and I don't have to be. He said Tisa does because that's her mother, but me, as for me, whatever, I don't need to be around her. I think we need to limit Miss Wanda, not silence her. Let people be who they are. We have to, right? And especially because he knew what he signed up for. He knew what she was about. He knew that this is how Miss Wanda was when he asked Tisa to marry him. Yeah, yes, he's so controlling. He's messy. He is so controlling, right? I think Ms. Wanda probably got worse since they have been on television. Sheila, you know what? Okay, you are correct. Because I want to say that Maurice kind of alluded to that, right? He said something that I love. Let me see. I thought I wrote it down. He said darn it, I don't know where I wrote it at, but he made this good quote that I wanted to remember because I was like, you know what? I do agree with that, and he is correct. He said something about what you don't correct will continue or something like that. I can't remember the exact thing that he said, but it was just such good wording. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna remember that. And I don't know where my other piece of my note is. I'm not gonna go get it right now, but he did say a pretty good quote. And it was pretty much alluding to exactly what you said. Because they never checked, she got rewarded for it. She got rewarded for the bad behavior. And now she's just out of control. She got more Instagram followers, pretty much. She's getting paid on the show, so she's out of control now. So you probably right. She probably did get worse once they had the show. I think Marcel was more upset that he was going off and taking up for Miss Wanda because Tisa told him that BS story. But when Maurice said she did not mention the kids, I think Maurice got when she said she did not mention the kids, I think Maurice got pissed. Yeah, he probably did get pissed because, like, come on, girl, you know your mother mentioned the kids. You know your mother mentioned the kids. And then your mother want to tell you pretty much because Melody said something about your father and she's a grown woman. Tisa's a grown woman. So she was like, oh, if she want to talk about the kids and baby daddies, then I'm going to talk about them too. Come on, Miss Wanda, you got to do better. Miss Wanda is doing exactly what Messy Carlos King wants her to do. She most certainly is. And my thing is, how low you going to go for a check? But we have seen clearly, hey Combs, how you doing, boo? We have seen clearly that a lot of these reality stars will go super low, gutter low for the check. And Lisa Rinna is a prime example. But I think finally Lisa Rinna, she's another one. She cooked her goose. Her and Kanye can go sit in the corner together because both of them are pretty much done. They're done. Curves, you are absolutely correct. Miss Wanda is the poster child for not today's Satan. I think I did throw the link out there if anybody wants to come up and chat with me for a minute. I believe I put the link up there if you want to come through. But yes, she is the poster child for that. She's messy. Put Wanda in timeout. Let her only shoot scenes with Tisa, Marcel, and the family. You know what, Mary? That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. For her to be a full-grown adult, for her to be a grandmother, and for her to be running after Melody to really physically put hands on her, there's no link. Oh, guys, I did not know that. I put the link in now. I really thought I put the link in there earlier, but I just dropped the link in case anybody wants to come up. So for her to be a grandmother, for her to, be older, she's a disappointment. She's a disappointment. And listen, Miss what's her name? What's Candy's mother name? She also when the show when the Real Housewives of Atlanta initially started, Candy mom was not the monster that she turned out to be. Mama Joyce, she was not that way. I never forget when they was all the ladies was like at the table, they was having dinner, and they was all kind of going at each other like cats and dogs, cats and dogs, cats and dogs. And Miss Joyce, Mama Joyce was like, y'all can't treat each other like this. Y'all need to get along. And so I'm just like, so the fame got to Mama Joyce too. And I think the fame got to her. It has to be in you though for it to come out. So it's definitely not like this is just totally not her. It had to be in her, but I think it just got worse. Miss Joyce just Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce is out of control. But Marcel what did you think about Marcel Curbs telling Tisa like, your mom, I don't want your mom around my kids. You still got to deal with her, but I don't.
I think that's great. Put his foot down. I think that's excellent. So Marceau told Tisha that Miss Wanda needs to stay away for some time.
Yes.
Right? I agree. I agree. She's causing a lot of static that they don't really need. They need to focus. She obviously needs to focus on potatoes. And, like you just said,
he's so messy. He's so messy.
Right? And she just has to stop. She needs beyond a timeout. She needs like her own designated area for where mess belongs because she brings the mess. And then expects you to treat her with respect because she's your elder. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's too much.
Yeah. She's messed up in the head.
He's gonna, because you know what? Okay, so just a little side note. Here in my family, in my personal life, when you get married, you're supposed to cleave unto your husband. You guys are cleaving together. You guys are a unit. So she's a third wheel. They're not following the protocol for a healthy relationship by constantly having Miss Wanda interject her negativity and toxicity into their lives. I'm glad that Marceau finally said something, and I wish he would have been more more solid in his stance, because he kind of waffled later. Go ahead.
Because you know what, at the end of the day, that's his wife and that's her mother. And I get it, you know, that my mom is messy. I would get it, like, my mom is messy. If anything, I could see him saying, listen, you got to talk to your mom, and she's not going to be like, somebody suggested, let Miss Wanda only do scenes with Tisa and Marcel and maybe Maurice. But you know what,
that have to be bothered with her. Let her do scenes with the people that have to, by law and by marriage, be bothered with her. Keep everybody else safe.
Exactly. To keep everybody else safe. Because literally, I don't care, hands down, what she did, and bringing in Sugar Mama into the situation was just straight messy. Did you not like the way, Did you not like the way that Martel handled himself?
I think, I'm like, was he on a new medication? I don't know, because he was very calm. He kept it very together. And I was like, now this might be what Melody saw in him.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? So it was
100%.
it was a nice remembrance of why she would have even gotten involved with that fool.
Yeah. You know what though? He even in his confessionals, he makes sense. Listen, the man can be a cheater, right? But that doesn't mean that he's stupid and he doesn't have some redeeming qualities. I think he probably just never should have got married. And he's probably one of those men that, you got to leave him in the streets because he's for the street. Just simply, I'm glad you back. I'm glad you feeling better. And wait, I'm glad you breathing properly. What happened? Oh my God.
Just simply what happened?
I know what happened. Curves, give me a minute. I got to get some tissue.
No worries. No worries. I'll keep talking to the people. So I'm glad Just Simply is feeling better. She's one of our tribe members over here in these diva streets. We love to see her. Miss Dugan, too. Thank you for doing such an awesome job moderating. To all the people in the chat, we love you here. Thanks for spending your time and energy with us. We all it's just such a nice soup of nices over here at Diva's channel. And thanks for being here. Was that enough?
That was beautiful. I should have stayed away a little longer. It was almost turning into a MLK quad speech.
Oh Lord. Here too with 4i.
Listen, whoever told us that yesterday, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Hilarious.
It was hilarious. You had a real bad sinus infection. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? I've been going like up and down too. And that's why I've been drinking tons and tons of water to just kind of flush everything out. Right. Now the quad speech, we're never going to forget that. Like, that's
our latest speech wouldn't have been about me, y'all. It was going to be about you guys.
That's true. So there's a difference right there. How did you feel about, Kimmi bringing up Mark? Now, see, the reason why I put on the title, Kimmi was the voice of reason. Okay, she tricked me. I didn't, some of the people was like, no, you got the wrong title. She was being messy by bringing up Mark. See, I didn't, I really took it as her saying, like, y'all saying y'all can't control Mark, but yet y'all want Tisa to control Ms. Wanda. Like, that's being hypocritical. Like, make that make sense. And the first thing that came out of Marceau's mouth, and he was so defensive, I can't control him. I can't stop him. But you telling your wife to stop her mother, and you can't stop your brother. Right. Like, That's why I called her the voice of reason. She was like, okay, so pretty much what is the difference here? You can't stop Mark. She can't stop her mom. So let's carry on with life. Okay. And they pretty much, said Mark is the firecracker. I won't say normally, but a lot of times when you have more than 3 siblings, like children in a family, one of them is going to be a wild card.
At least one.
At least one. One of them is going to be that one that don't listen. One of them is going to be that one that get in trouble. One of them is going to be that one that will go against the grain and push the parents to the brink of the end where they just want to choke them. Okay, you're going to get one wild card. So Mark happens to be. It looks like he's that wild card. Okay, you said Diva, apple cider vinegar with pear honey, warm it up. Okay, I'm going to try that for sure. Thank you. So, you're going to get that wild card, and Mark seems to be that wild card. Yes, it was very hypocritical. I heard some fans are boycotting this upcoming episode since Mark is going to be making an appearance. You know what, though? When we boycott, though, we impact the entire cast. It's not just hurting Mark, but even Maurice said that Mark says some dirty, nasty, filthy things on his.
I would never in a million years admit to a weak moment of passion with that fool. Have you seen his teeth? Have you seen his mouth? Have you heard what comes out of it? In my opinion, allegedly, I feel like Miss Van is doing herself a service by not admitting to the mistake of that dude. I'm sure she's prayed and repented in private with her Lord, and that's where it needs to stay. Because for him to have been in a relationship with 2 other people, allegedly, at the time he was with her, and then still have so much smoke for her not claiming him, please. He's
in his bag of feelings, right?
Yeah, he's in too deep. Who is he, Irv Gotti? And she's Ashanti and got away. Like, really?
He's another one that's disgusting. And girl, don't get me started on Irv Gotti. Yeah, he's disgusting. But you know what? You're right. I would deny that I was with a fool like that also, because he's messy, he's ungrateful, and he was in his bag of feelings because she straight up was like, I don't know what he talking about. I wasn't with him. It was no relationship. Okay.
Right.
I saw him a time or two.
He's not even lying. If he had if he's claiming that he was polyamorous and not only with her, then why does she have to claim that she was with him in any way?
Exactly. And his scene didn't get cut out because you saw the previews for this week.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there. He's a mess. He's a mess. And if they make him a permanent fixture on the show, I may be done. And I don't give up easily on my shows. Okay, I be taking it to the bitter end.
I agree completely, Diva. If I have to be subjected to the likes of Mark in a primetime slot on what a show would otherwise be freaking entertaining, I will definitely. You know me, I'll keep my view. I will keep it.
I'll keep it, right? I would take it to the grave if I was Ms. Van. Yes, I would too. So when I heard about it on the reunion, when they brought it up, I was like, okay, what's the big deal? Why is she acting like that? Just admit if you had a relationship, what's the big deal? But now that I see who he is, I would deny too. They would have pictures. I'd be like, that's not me. Must be a lookalike I got in the world.
That's not me. We be pulling R. Kelly's. We be like, you see how blurry that is? How are you sure that's me?
Oh my God. I would say the same. Mark should not be on the show. He's ignorant. He is ignorant. I mean, for your own brothers to say that you are saying some vile, nasty, disgusting stuff on your social media and it's not acceptable, then you know it's bad.
Right.
You know it's bad.
But you know what? Marceau and Maurice are not guilt-free. They initially brought his name up. They perpetuated we got to video your mom. You know what I mean? And so for them to now pretend and feign ignorance that, oh my gosh, what's Mark? We can't control him, but you could have controlled your mouth. You could have controlled what he was saying about somebody else's mom. You see what I'm saying?
True. I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what though? There's a rumor that the Scotts want to kind of take over Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, it would be a ghetto ratchet mess. Because the only way that they would ever be able to sustain something, they would have to have Messy Wanda on there. But my thing is, what would they do? What would they talk about? What would happen? Stormy is,
Well,
go ahead.
Marceau would be a male chauvinist pig. Maurice would be a freaking bouncer bully. Kimmi would be obviously drinking the Scott juice some more, and we don't know who she is. She went from being my fave to a sheeple. And then Tink Tink, she's just going to continue to be Tink Tink and do whatever the heck they tell her to put her name on. You know what I'm saying? And all
Yeah,
the time, you'll have Miss Wanda with her vat of BS stirring the pot. I wouldn't watch that.
yeah, I
I
wouldn't
don't watch
either.
Zeus. I don't subscribe to Zeus.
Yeah, yeah, me, you and me both. Okay. That's not what we came for. That is not what we
Right.
came for. The Scots aren't transparent enough to carry a show on their own. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, because Maurice is never going to tell us the truth. They're playing games with us, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. Yeah, I was just like, all right, whatever. And I mean, but again, I give it hands down. This particular episode, I'm gonna give it to Martel. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it to him hands
He
down.
showed us a whole awesome side of himself where he held it together. He was able to convey what he needed in a clear way without the aggro. And it was nice to
Hmm.
see. It was really nice to see. I wonder if they practiced before they got there.
I don't know, but he did the thing. He did the
Yeah.
thing. He really did. And he even asked Cece, like, yo, you want me to go? Like, stop it, knock it off, okay?
Yeah.
We're here. Let's just call this a truce. And let's also agree that we're going to keep the kids out of this situation because that's going too low.
Right.
Okay. Nobody should need a check that bad. Yes,
That
Martel for the win. Martel
right.
for the win. For sure, for sure. So I
Definitely.
mean, this episode was pretty. I mean, what? Let me before I even close out though, curves. Stormy, what's your thoughts?
Um, I mean, I like her on IG. Did she
Okay.
find Bam yet? I don't know. But on the show, I mean, she hasn't really uh I don't think we've seen enough of her for me to have an entire form thing. Like she's good at like piping up and saying I'm sorry with the Gucci. That's cool with me. You know? So
She's
she could
shady
do that
though.
a couple more times, but she does kind of seem, just in my opinion, allegedly, that she's kind of like riding this fence where she came in with melody, but now in her desire to not be the stereotypical melody bring on, she's trying to branch out before melody gives her permission, because you know how usually they go to melody and she's like, oh, if you feel like messing with that person, mess with that person. But we didn't
Hmm.
have that scene with Stormy, you know what I mean?
Oh
So
no, we kind of Stormy is two-faced because when she met with Mel this episode, she pretty much said, I don't want to be Destiny friend or Tiffany friend. But why would you ask Tiffany to be in your commercial?
that is weird. That is
Yeah,
just weird.
yeah,
But
it
she
was.
didn't full on ask for like Melody's permission. But in her ultimate decision to not mess with them, did she have a valid reason?
She said something. She's on this kick of she don't let people in her life that easily and have friends like that quickly or whatever the case may be. But my thing is, you asked Destiny to come see you. You
Yeah,
told Destiny that you was giving a peace offering of flowers in this Gucci bag,
right.
only to turn around and tell Melanie you don't really want to be her friend. You just want to make sure that if y'all in a room together, y'all can be cordial and speak. If that
Yeah,
was the case,
that's not authentic. That's
no,
very
it's not.
plotted.
Yep,
And no wonder she cashed the person because it wasn't from a good place, if that's the case, allegedly.
exactly. And my thing, she said similar stuff about Tiffany, and I'm thinking to myself, well, why would you ask somebody to be in your commercial for your
Yeah,
business and you can't stand them? Like you don't want to be their friend. I mean, I was just like, okay, Stormy, I'm giving you the side eye again. I was
right.
starting to like you. I was like, okay, and then listen, they had the bleep, 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 bleep about 10 times in her
Um,
2-minute scene with Melanie.
yeah.
I'm
See,
like,
that's
come on,
when you
girl.
explain it like that, that's very plotted and manipulative, and it's not coming off. That's a little scripted, y'all. That's a little scripted. That's too much. Was she doing recon?
I don't know what you think Stormy was being sincere with who? With Destiny and Tiffany?
Well,
but
and
how
that
do
would
you
make it
feel?
even worse if she
Right,
literally went back in the next scene with cameras. So she know they're
right,
gonna see it. She knows
right.
they're gonna see it. And she's
That's
saying,
the
"No, I'm not really
thing.
trying to mess with them." How does that look?
How does that look? And
Yes.
to me, you really invited Tiffany to your house, and then she said she had told Tiffany to bring her dog. She's saying yes. I mean, okay, we gotta agree to disagree. I don't like, to me, I wouldn't want your gift either, right? So you brought me flowers in a Gucci bag and you thinking, listen, even if you have the money, who wants to toss their money out the window like that, right? And Gucci costs money, right? And
Right,
even
right.
flowers cost money. And I'm telling you, it looked like it was 24 roses, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna bring me flowers in a Gucci bag. I'm thinking, all right, kid, wow, this person really wants us to knock it off, be adult, and just stop it. And
Right.
then for you to turn around and be like, you don't even want to be my friend. Like, so what did you put all of that just so when you see me next time I can say hi to you? Girl, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that's a lot. And these people are technically Melody's semi-enemy. Well, one of them, Destiny, isn't messing with Melody
Right,
right now. So yeah,
right.
that's really that's I don't know. I don't know. I'm not
It was
sure what she's bringing, but this is just mess right here.
is mess. Tiffany has a commercial look. Stormy is a businesswoman. You know what? I agree, but you know what though? You can
She didn't have
still
to say
also, right.
it.
There you go. There you go. I was gonna go through this long thing, but you are correct. Yeah, Tiffany forgot her dog, or Tiffany ain't feel like bringing her dog to this party, okay? And would have had to watch her dog all the time. Now Stormy has a beautiful home.
It's beautiful.
I want to say was her. I think her dog name was Storm. I can't
Storm.
remember, but
Yeah.
yeah, but she listen. The girl, hands down, I'm never going to take away from her business sense,
Right.
but she's messy. She's messy. So
Very messy.
listen, at the beginning, we went off the beaten path. There wasn't too much. Destiny is a time bomb. Destiny is a time bomb. She really is. Destiny is a whole hot mess. And if on Destiny's Instagram, it probably is about 2 weeks ago now, or it might even be 3.
Yeah.
She did an Instagram live with her therapist. It was a train wreck. That's all I could say. It was
Oh
an
my goodness.
absolute train wreck. What she tried to do with the therapist, in my opinion, is give an excuse about how she's coming off on reality TV.
Right. She wanted a professional's co-signing on her
Right,
self-diagnosis.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And my thing is, you what they're editing, you gave to them. Okay. So they didn't get a look-alike, right? They
Right
didn't get a
on, Crazy
look-alike.
K. Right
Huh?
on, Crazy K. You got a new member.
Oh, thank you, Crazy K, for becoming a member. Appreciate you.
All right.
So they didn't get a double and put her in there and make this person say some crazy things that you didn't say. You said it. Destiny has
Exactly.
a very bad attitude.
Her attitude stinks. It
It
just
does.
her attitude stinks. And at no time does she let up, though. That's the thing. You know how you guys can like have a bad day and then you see yourself or you hear yourself and you're like, ooh, let me snap out of this. She doesn't even have enough self-awareness, it feels like, or enough whatever it takes for her to be like, ooh, this is a really bad look. 6 episodes in. You know what I mean? Every episode, you're the same exact, like you're not relenting on just being nasty for no reason.
Nasty for no reason. Crazy K, thank you for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. Destiny is evil. Hey, listen, Diane, if you watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and you've been watching the reunion, apparently saying evil is worse than saying the CUNT word.
Yeah, I can't call you next Tuesday
Right.
but I can't say evil.
Like,
Okay.
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 Yes, Nina Love. That's exactly what she acts like. Like people owe her something. Girl,
Yeah.
you a grown woman. You better go out there and get yours. And you better catch this knowledge. You better watch and observe and write down and catch the knowledge. When
Uh,
somebody is doing something themselves, they don't necessarily have the time to sit down and give you the blueprint step by step by step.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I could throw you little nuggets here and there. Then you got to go take those nuggets, okay?
Uh-huh.
Research it and do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Um, even curves, even with this here with the YouTube, girl, there's still a lot I don't know. And
Exactly.
people throw me nuggets and I catch them. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But I'm not on the phone every day because I know they busy. I'm not on the phone every day. Like, okay, well, how do I turn it on? How do I
Yeah.
turn on my live? You gotta Google some stuff yourself first, too. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You can't expect them to do everything.
Right.
Destiny doesn't know how to just humble herself.
Not at all.
Destiny, because she knew she wanted to be on the level of Stormy, she should have got on her good graces from day one instead of giving her attitude, being jealous. I think Destiny has jealousy issues too.
Right.
Yeah, jealous of Mel, jealous of Stormy. She wants to be there, and instead of trying to like do what she needs to do to get there, she's just jealous and she expect people to give her a handout. Even when she had told Stormy, "Oh, instead of you give me a Gucci bag, I would have rather your products be in my store."
Uh-huh.
She could have said, "You know what? Thank you for the Gucci bag. And can you tell me, can we work on, can we figure this thing out so
Yeah.
that your products can be in my store?"
Yeah.
She's messy.
Very messy. And but it's told it's not too late. She could do if she did a like complete 180 and stuck to it, and I felt a shred of sincerity because we all go through stages, right? So I would even be willing to let this be a after divorce burns like kind of situation. I did see on her IG she had somebody brushing her hair, and everybody who anybody knows, rest in peace, Loretta Lynn, in her biopic. Remember, she said that, oh yeah, he brushes my hair and I eat bologna and he says it makes me horny. And so she has this new dude, and hopefully with the new,
Who,
like,
Destiny?
yes, Destiny had this dude brushing her hair. And she's like, this is my baby, hum baby. You like, and so yeah. So okay. I hope maybe this will just be, maybe she'll change. Maybe she can change. Maybe
Maybe
she
she
can
can
change.
change.
I hope
But
she
you know
can.
what's sad? You know what's sad if it's taking a man to help like that. Like it takes a man
That
for
would
her
be
to be.
sad. And I would still tolerate it if I could have a glimpse of why I used to like her and Melody together. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't mind them being friends when they were friends. I didn't mind at all, you know?
Right.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't until all this mess with the divorce and this picking of the sides and all the, you know, everything else. And so if they could get kind of back to that type of Destiny, she was fun. She
Yep,
seemed
she
like
was.
down to earth, you know, on that one trip where she kind of, her and Tiffany were bumping heads. That was hilarious, funny. It wasn't
Yes, it
too
was. Yes, it was.
dramatic,
There's
but
another side to her.
yeah,
And
yeah. So just give me more
yeah.
of that.
You know
Yeah,
what? Maybe because, it's hard going through a divorce, right? And it's
exactly.
probably even harder because literally you just gave birth and now the man is gone. Like, and
Right.
you got to just
The
fend for yourself.
hormones and everything.
Yet,
Postpartum lasts for 5 years, y'all. Google it. Don't believe me. Google
what
how
happened?
long postpartum depression can, and the effects of postpartum can last up to 5 years per birth. So that
Yeah.
means if you have a baby now and then one in 3 years, you're still like dealing with the partum. So
Yeah.
she's really going through it. I'm willing to give her more grace than I'm willing to give Wanda's ass because Wanda knows
Oh,
better.
Well, 100%, 100%. Yeah,
Gotta
it
go.
sounds like a man
Basketball
to
practice,
find
you
some.
guys. This was an
Yeah.
awesome conversation, Diva. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. And listen, everybody, Curves has a channel, and it's just like, let me move that. And it's just as her name is written on the screen. So go
Right
over there,
on.
check her out, subscribe. We're
Right
gonna
on.
have another trending topics night soon. So I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping
Okay.
by.
Right on. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Okay. So listen, guys, that was pretty much it. I mean, the whole episode, I mean, it was okay. I think they're coming close to having the season finale next week, and then after that, the reunion. And they still haven't, well, maybe not. I don't know. I know they're already filming the reunion because I saw Melody's reunion look, and she looked amazing. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. And tomorrow night, guys, it's the final episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. I will be recapping it tomorrow night. Thank you guys. Hit that like button. I enjoyed y'all. I had fun. We did it in 60 minutes, a little over 60 minutes. So, they have you said this. I thought this season was 15 episodes. You know what? It probably is. I think I got kind of thrown off because I already saw Melody. I think she did it on her Instagram, her reunion look, and it looked really good. Diane, thank you so much for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. Yes, I can't wait either. So, you know what? And it is probably going to be more episodes because Kimmi didn't talk about her condition yet. They showed it in the previews, but that episode did not come up yet. Other bloggers are saying Destiny new relationship is fake. Really? For a storyline, the reopening of the shop is dead. Well, Stormy kind of alluded to the shop not really being the shop. So that's sad. And if she has this new man just for a storyline, I mean, I guess she needs the money. And listen, at the end of the day, she won't be the first person that got a man just for a storyline. So I guess she's doing what she has to do. The show does not need 15 episodes. It's hella boring, LOL. Yeah, you know what? I'm ready for it to be done too. And I'm really ready for it to be done because they split the season. And I think it lost momentum for me. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I do have an Instagram. You tried to you tried to follow me. Let me see, y'all. You know what, y'all? I got to get better with this technology. I promise you, this weekend I'm getting on Twitter. My Instagram is. I want to say my Instagram is Gray Diva, the Gray Head Diva. My Instagram is the Gray Head Diva. So try to look again. But I do have Instagram. So yeah, see if you can follow me again. Man in the phone like Giselle. You know what, Sheila? Exactly. Man in the phone like Giselle. Yay, I'm gonna follow. Good, follow me. Okay, guys, listen. I had a ball with y'all as usual. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm going to go prepare myself, and go watch this recap of this reunion part 3 so that I can do it tomorrow night with y'all. I enjoyed y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Have a good night, and I'll see you on the next video. And I think, Shan, do I have it on this little thing here too running? I don't have my Instagram. I'll make sure I put it in the description box too, so you can definitely find me. And listen, guys. We just so everybody knows, we're super serious. A bunch of us are gonna meet up next year at BravoCon, so you have plenty of time. You got a whole year to put your coins together so we can all meet up at BravoCon. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.